we're eventually going to put together all of the categories of experience into one seamless noting spectrum of possibilities, which is a very complicated way of saying that we're going to do freestyle noting. You can say anything that comes into your experience. But for now, in order to drill down and find out what the possibilities are and how to note them, let's look at another category of experience. This has to do with categorizing things as pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Every physical experience that you have has built into it this aspect of being either pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. For example, right now there's an itch on my shoulder. It just happens to be unpleasant. That's not my opinion, that's just the way it is. I can hear traffic sounds outside, neutral. I'm seeing, call that neutral. If I look at something out the window, there's a bird flying, that's pleasant. Itching is unpleasant. Smelling is neutral. In this case, this could go either way. I'm just telling you what is really happening right now. Itching is unpleasant. Pressure of sitting on the chair, my buttocks against the chair, it's neutral. Hearing, neutral. Hearing, that time it was a little bit quieter and got pleasant. Now I'm hearing, but it's kind of unpleasant. So I can call that out, and as I'm doing this, it's keeping me anchored in the present moment. I'm not flitting about in the content of my thoughts. I'm not having an imaginary life. I'm having a real life grounded in the moment-by-moment experience. Now that is the essence of the training in attention that we're doing, and it's absolutely transformative once you start doing this. It isn't something we would normally learn how to do in modern culture. One way to note pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral is to just use those three possibilities without saying aloud what it refers back to. Now if you have an itch and it's unpleasant and you say unpleasant, that that refers back to the itch, but someone listening to you wouldn't know. All they would hear is something like this. Neutral, neutral, pleasant, neutral, unpleasant, neutral, neutral, unpleasant, pleasant, neutral, pleasant. We can, however, put the body sensation itself together with the pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral aspect as a kind of a drill in order to get better at the technique, and it would sound like this. Itching, unpleasant. Hearing, unpleasant. Burning, unpleasant. Coolness, pleasant. Seeing, neutral. Hearing, pleasant. Itching, unpleasant. Itching, unpleasant. Now, keep in mind that the purpose of this exercise is not to always have pleasant or neutral experiences. That just isn't going to happen. That's not the point, that's not the goal. In fact, what will happen is that you will get to the point where you're fine whether you're having a pleasant or an unpleasant experience. That's called equanimity, and that's a very, very good thing to happen in your life, because you cannot depend on having pleasant things happen to you all the time. You cannot depend on experiencing all the things that happen to you as pleasant. A lot of the things that happen to you aren't pleasant, but what you can do is train the mind in attention, resulting in equanimity, which is a kind of okayness, a kind of being okay even when it's not okay. So you have the full range, the full spectrum of human experiences, and you're okay. That's something worth having, and that is why we're doing this, frankly.